And now we turn to the Red Sea, where the Houthis have launched a barrage of attacks. The Yemen-based rebel group have struck at least 3 commercial ships in the Gulf of Aden. 2 of these ships owned by American firms, and the 3rd ship having British owners.
Injustice endured by the Palestinian people, who are subjected to aggression and siege in the Gaza Strip at the moment, and in response to the American-British aggression on our country, the naval forces of the Yemeni armed forces, with the help of Allah, carried out 2 special military operations targeting 2 American ships in the Gulf of Aden. The first ship was named Sea Champion, and the second ship was named Navis Fortuna.
The Ruby Mar is the latest ship to come under heavy attack by the Houthis. In fact, the Iran-based Houthis have struck Ruby Mar with multiple missiles, leaving the commercial cruiser on the verge of actually sinking.
The results of the operation were as follows. The ship was severely damaged, leading to its complete halt. Due to the significant damage suffered by the ship, it is now at risk of sinking in the Gulf of Aden. We took care during the operation to ensure the safe evacuation of the ship's crew.
The British vessel was traveling from the United Arab Emirates to Bulgaria when it was struck by the Houthis and damaged beyond repair, forcing the crew to abandon ship. This has now become one of the most damaging attacks on a commercial ship by the Iran-backed rebels so far. The British government has condemned the attack, calling it completely unacceptable. However, it just wasn't commercial ships that the Houthis went after. In fact, they also claimed responsibility for shooting down an MQ-9 Reaper drone that they say actually belonged to the U.S. military. Yemen state media showed fragments of a drone scattered across the beach, and the Houthi rebels are certain that it's an American drone. However, the Pentagon says that it is still investigating these claims that have been made by the Houthis. And meanwhile, the Houthis say that they will undertake more, not less, attacks in the Red Sea.
The Yemeni armed forces affirm their full right to take further military measures in the Red Sea and the Arabian Sea in defense of our people, country, and nation, and in support of the oppressed Palestinian people. They emphasize that their operations in the Red Sea and the Arabian Sea will escalate and will not stop until the aggression ends and the siege on the Palestinian people in the Gaza Strip is lifted.
Now, these attacks come just 3 days after the U.S. government reclassified the Houthis as a terrorist organization. And the latest attacks comes on the very same day that the European Union launched its own naval protection operation in the region. But despite a heavy military presence of Western powers, the Houthi rebels are attacking at will. And as the attacks increase, trade across the Red Sea continues to plummet. From hijacking commercial ships to missile strikes on tankers, the Houthis are openly thwarting international law with no end in sight. And the larger question remains, can anyone rein them in? From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on First Post America.